Mouth. I don't know how to say this, but as the owner of the Trash Palace in Toronto, Toronto's classiest cinema,
Yep.
with you as my snack bar manager,
Yes.
There's a film that I want you to watch.
Okay. Oh, really?
We're going to be showing it next.
Okay.
As my snack bar manager, at the end of the night, when we have had a sold out audience, but sometimes you get a little excited and you make a little bit too much popcorn, or you put a few too many hot dogs on the grill. You might open up a couple of extra cans of soda, and you know what you've become?
No, I don't think so.
This next, ladies and gentlemen, this film is for you, but it's also for you, sir.
Oh, come on.
It's called The Waster. It's about preventing food waste. It's kind of a horror film. Mouth?
Wait a minute here. I don't waste any food.
You do too.
No, you know what? I eat every single hot dog that's left at the end of the night.
Okay, that is one of our rules. That is one of our rules.
That's not wasting food. And the popcorn, I eat some of the popcorn, and the girls in the PFL eat all the popcorn during the week. So
that's true,
that's gone by the end of the night. And the only reason there's half-finished cans of soda is because you're making bourbons and ginger ale for yourself all night.
So you're blaming the waste on me. Is that what you're doing?
No, not at all. I'm saying that we're not wasting at all. At the snack bar at the Trash Palace, despite its name, is run very efficiently. But in this film, the waster is not efficient at all. He wastes everything. Like in the opening sequence, you know the scene that catches me? When he throws all this butter down the drain. He takes all these pats of butter and just throws it down the drain. And it is, like Stacey said, it's like a horror movie. And all you see is his cane all the time.
Yeah, and a hand.
Like it's like
a white-gloved hand.
It's like the weird Phantom of the Opera kind of thing. But it's a great film, and it really, to me, it totally gets its point across. Like I think it's actually a really effective one.
You're gonna love this classroom film. You're gonna love the Trash Palace if you ever come to Toronto. We show these kinds of films every Friday night before and after the features that we show. And hey, Rob, come on in.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's one of our programs. One of our classroom fellow classroom film collectors. Sit there quietly, sir, so we can focus on introducing this film, The Waster.
The Waster.
Beware the waster.
Warning to all food service operators, large and small. Be on the lookout for the waster. There's a thief loose in the food service industry. He operates without discrimination in the finest hotels and the lowliest diners. In hospitals, factories, and schools, wherever food is served to the public. His hand is in everybody's pocket. He's thrown men and women out of work by the thousands. He's bankrupted some of the fanciest spots in town. He pirates profits, sabotages success, and murders opportunity wherever he goes. So, watch out for the waster.
The management of every food service establishment is out to stop the waster because he lurks everywhere. You can help to stop him by learning his methods of operation. If you watch carefully, you will find him at work in every department. Here are some valuable clues. 1. The waster acts as if little things don't count. Things like butter. How he loves to throw butter away. He gives everybody more than they could ever want. And he never follows the rules about reusing the butter that is returned from the table untouched. Butter is one of the waster's favorite targets. At the griddle, the waster uses a whole ladle full of butter for everything, even if he doesn't need it. He'll even spoil the taste just so he could throw away a little more butter. The way he wastes butter, he must have a relative in the dairy business. And cream. Let a little perfectly good cream come back from the table, and the waster goes into action. little things. How he loves to waste them, like water. The waster knows that water doesn't cost much, so it makes a perfect target. He leaves it running everywhere, especially hot water, so the gas and electric water heaters will work overtime. The little things, like a few items left in a can in refrigeration. The waster never uses that one. He always opens a new one. And sooner or later, the old one goes down the drain. Another clue. The waster never follows portion rules. Watch the waste involved when he prepares any food that must be carefully portioned. He usually ignores the scale completely. But if he does use it, he still gives a few ounces extra. The waster must have another relative in the egg business. Here they're being sliced for salad garnishing, and they must be perfect. Enter the waster. He finds some slightly damaged. Gone, and they could have been used for something else. Another clue. The waster is always looking for the chance to break things. The only thing he likes better than garbage is broken china and glassware, because they're so expensive. The sound of breaking china is music to his ears. He uses knives for screwdrivers. He also props doors open with forks, especially if they're good silver. The one piece of equipment he knows how to use right is the garbage disposal, and that he loves. If the waster had his way, the whole food service industry would go down the drain. He is responsible for millions of dollars worth of waste every year, and he can't be stopped until every employee in the industry realizes that the waster is the enemy of one and all. The waster. He'd better be stopped soon, because he's out to ruin everybody he can. Here are some positive steps you can take to keep from being a waster yourself. Remember that little things like reusing butter do count. Always follow management policy on portion sizes. Don't get carried away with false generosity. Learn to reuse food that is safe and sanitary, and learn to store things properly. Remember that dishes and silverware are expensive. Use them safely and only for the purposes intended. But most important of all, think about waste, whatever your job is, and keep an eye out at all times for the waster. Whatever you do, don't join him. Fight him.